Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends, welcome back. I hope this sounds okay. Right now, the current's a little more powerful than it normally is. Snow is finally melting. Spring has officially begun. My absolute favorite season of the year. And in today's video, I want to talk about how to not let others drain you of all your energy. I'm talking to you, my empath. I'm talking about how to become a powerful empath. Let's get started. If I'm being honest, as far as being an empath, it's something that I've struggled the majority of my life with. Until literally I had my spiritual awakening, I struggled because I wasn't fully understanding what was actually going on. I wasn't quite aware. I was aware that I was literally a human lie detector. I was able to tell whether someone was a good person or not, whether they had good intentions or not. But I wasn't fully aware as everything that goes on as far as being an empath. I wasn't aware as far as why didn't I like to be in big crowds? Why did I feel also uncomfortable? Had this anxiety, this stress, and it was basically an emotional roller coaster whenever I was surrounded by many individuals. And not only this, why was I always feeling drained? I was always feeling drained by the end of the day. And not only this, why did I struggle with depression the majority of my life? And the truth of it is, it's just not having that knowledge, not having that understanding as far as your spiritual gift, not understanding how you're best able to use this gift. What are you able to do? What changes are you able to make in order to truly make yourself powerful? And if this remotely resonates with you, you're gonna see that the information that I'm gonna share with you as far as changes that you're able to make in your life is going to help you as far as really be able to maintain those high vibes. Obviously, there's still going to be certain individuals that are going to drain you of your energy, but you have the choice whether or not you want to let them drain you of your energy. I'm talking about energy vampires. I'm talking about narcissists. I'm talking about needy people. Those types of individuals, it's up to you whether or not you keep giving them your energies. But just remember this, as soon as you stop reacting to them, they're gonna go find someone else to suck their energy out of. But I'm just talking about your everyday life, going to work, going out in public, just being able to maintain those high vibes and truly being able to tap into this God-given gift, because that's what it is. It's an incredibly powerful gift to have once you become aware of it and exactly how to use it. And you're gonna see your empathic ability, your intuitive ability is going to heighten up. Right now, you might just be able to sense out, oh, this person is sad, but you can't really pinpoint as to what. But you're gonna notice as soon as you start doing that inner work, you're gonna start to see subcategories. That's how I define it. As far as being able to sense out someone's energies, their overall emotional energy, vibrational frequency, but then I start feeling out subsections. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't say, okay, it's because of this specific person, but I'm able to tell it's because of this type of scenario, something related to this is going on in your life. And it's all about beginning to do that inner work. And that's exactly what we're gonna talk about in this video is, what are you able to do to truly become a powerful empath and stop letting others drain you of all your energy? As far as the tips that I'm gonna be sharing here, they're in no particular order. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be sharing the tips as I created the changes in my life. That's the order that I'm gonna go with. And first and foremost is truly going inwards and not being afraid to dive into the dark, into your shadow side, not being afraid to pull up certain past painful experiences to truly begin to eliminate, to clear out your heart space. Because as far as your heart, it only has a certain amount of set room before it affects the overall average vibrational frequency that it maintains. And the more pain that you let in and you refuse to let out, the more it's gonna dip as far as your vibrational frequency. And that's why a lot of empaths struggle with depression, because we are extra sensitive. Even when I was a young child, my parents told me this: you're far too sensitive. You take things far too much at heart. You gotta toughen up. But that's not who we are. And as you start to purge, as you begin to release, you're going to be raising your own vibrations, And not only this, you're going to become more and more aware as far as what do each different emotions feel like. Because the majority of people that are keeping these emotions in, what's the first emotion that always comes out? It's always anger. Anger is always the first emotion that comes out, even though that's not the emotion they're feeling. But most people think this is the exact emotion that's coming up. So don't be afraid to dive deep and let the pain go. Let those past painful experiences go, because as you do so, you're going to let go of the control that certain individuals or situations have had on you. And whether it's the way you think, the way you act, the way you react, past painful experiences affect you growing up. And you're going to notice that things are going to change around you once you begin to heal this. And not only this, stop viewing it as a weakness. Stop viewing it from a victim mentality. This is something that happened with me when at the beginning of my awakening. Because once I was feeling everyone's energies, I was like, whoa, I better protect myself. I better not go out anymore because they're going to drain me of my energies. I was viewing it from a victim mentality instead of viewing it as I'm able to help out other individuals. It's no longer what they're just saying. I'm feeling them out. I'm able to help them pull things out that are going to allow them to heal. That's going to help raise the vibration of the overall collective, because that's exactly why we're here. We need sensitive souls to help certain individuals work through things. So really stop viewing it as something from a victim mentality. And it's just like with crystals. I refused to use crystals at first because I saw it as, no, I'm weak. If I always have a crystal now. But I always viewed it as I'm weak. If I have to have something to protect myself, it's because I'm weak. I'm falling into that victim mentality. And it absolutely isn't, because this crystal that I wear, each and every single moon cycle, I decide what to charge, what energy to charge into it. It's not just about protecting my own energy. Certain months, it's I want to have more creativity. You know what I mean? You decide what you want to charge your crystal with. And yes, certain crystals are going to help protect your energy more than others. And then not only this, looking after your overall well-being as far as your health. Really starting to look as far as what is it that you're consuming on a daily basis. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. At first, I was eating very unhealthy because when I had my spiritual awakening, I was going through a major depression. So let's be honest, I was eating junk food, I was smoking, I was taking drugs, I was drinking alcohol. I literally wasn't doing any type of exercise whatsoever because I happened to tore 2 ligaments out of my ankle. Therefore, for a year and a half, I couldn't work out. And that's when I fell into that deep level depression. But anytime you're consuming really bad things for you that's bringing you down, it's also not helping as far as protecting your energy. The healthier you become, the more powerful you'll become. And it's just starting to make minor tweaks and changes. If, for example, I quit drugs. After about 3 months of my spiritual awakening, smoking weed was no longer making me feel good. I was using it to artificially raise up my vibration while I was doing my meditation to release a certain level of resistance. You know, that's why I was still using marijuana. But at a certain point, it started to make me feel worse. Therefore, I cut it out and really start looking at that. Start looking at everything that you're consuming, and if it brings you down, if it lowers your energy, if it makes you feel, you know, it's causing pains inside your stomach, start to eliminate this. One by one, start to become healthier and healthier. And you're going to notice this. It's going to happen gradually. All of a sudden, quit drugs, quit alcohol, quit smoking, stop drinking pop. That was something. Quit alcohol, but I started drinking 2 liters of pop. Well, I ended up cutting that completely out. Whereas now as I'm drinking more water or fruits, you know, fruit juices and those types of things. And alcohol is pretty much completely eliminated because I can't consume it anymore, because a normal person would have a glass or 2, they would feel fine the next day. The next day I feel like complete crap. It's just not something that I enjoy putting in my body anymore. But be gentle with yourself. Be understanding that it's not going to happen overnight. It's an ongoing process. It's like, you know, right now I'm going on a 3-year, you know, change that's constantly evolving. Right now, I've gotten back into lifting weights. Now it's really about getting myself as physically fit as possible for my own well-being. Whereas before my awakening, it was my ego trying to be as big as I can to be the toughest man around. And now it's not that. Now it's just about feeling good. It's about having more energy. It's about being able to give some of that energy now to other individuals. Whereas before I was protecting my energy, now I'm willingly giving it away to others. But I've done the inner work. I've created the changes that I needed to in order to have that energy. But I still set those boundaries. And that's something that's very important, is when you're sensing people draining you of your energy, it's okay. Example, right now, if you're in a relationship, you had a bad day at work, you come home from work and then your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend is right away talking to you. Tell them, listen, honey, I need half an hour of alone time. I need an hour of alone time. I have to decompress, okay? Let me go decompress. Let me go do what I want to do. Let me do my own thing, and then we'll be able to talk. And if they actually love you, they're going to respect and honor what it is that you want. And you're going to be able to have that alone time, because alone time is extremely important for empaths. Empaths regain their energy when they're alone. It's not when you're surrounded by people, unless you're surrounded by high vibe tribe, high vibe individuals. You're not going to be gaining your energy when you're surrounded by people. It's when you're alone. So don't be afraid to set those boundaries. For example, someone is constantly asking for things. Be honest with them. Listen, I don't have the energy right now, or the time, or the resources to help you out. I'm sorry, but I have to sit this one out. I can't help you out with whatever that you're going through right now. I have certain things that I have to take care of. And as you become more self-aware as far as your energy, your emotional well-being, you're gonna see that it's gonna become much easier to manage. And that's why you're seeing, as far as my videos, I'm always out in nature. For me, I absolutely love nature. And not only this, I am introverted the majority of the time. I'm a lot less introverted than I used to be, because I've now created a gift out of this empathic ability, whereas before I was treating myself like a victim. But if you're able to go out in nature, there's nothing better for empath than going out in nature to completely melt away that stress, to get yourself re-energized. And not only this, it's okay if you need to have a nap. Take a nap. There's nothing wrong. Example, I'm 43 years old. There's nothing wrong. Last week, couple days, I need it 4 o'clock. Too bad. Quitting time. I'm taking a nap from 4 till 5 o'clock. And it's completely fine. Respect your body. Respect yourself enough to take those naps. And what you're going to notice the majority of the time, what's going to end up happening is, the more you begin to invest in yourself, what's going to end up happening is, it is going to seem as though as time is speeding up, you're having less time during the day, but you're going to have less time for the meaningless entertainment that you're most likely taking in right now. But you're still going to have enough time to accomplish everything that you need to, as far as whether it's your job, your career, your passion, or your relationship. And as far as what you're consuming, you're gonna notice that this is gonna happen naturally, okay? One day I was going through the grocery store, doing my usual grocery shopping. This happened naturally. I didn't put one piece of meat in the cart. It was all healthy foods. It was all vegetables. It was all fruits, all healthy products. But at a subconscious level, my body was telling me, listen, this is the type of foods that we wanna be starting to take in. And just follow your intuition, follow your gut instinct as far as what you consume. And you're gonna see, it's not gonna happen overnight, but at a certain point, certain foods are just not going to sit well with you. At a certain point, you're gonna notice, oh, certain foods are gonna either, you know what I mean, upset your stomach, or gonna leave you feeling groggy, or feeling completely drained. And it's not to say that you're gonna cut them out permanently, but what you're gonna realize is, it's just, you're choosing a healthier lifestyle. You're choosing, example, instead of drinking pop all day, you're gonna be drinking more water. You're gonna have some fruits and vegetable drinks. You're gonna make yourself cocktails that way. And not only this, as far as exercising, it's gonna happen naturally. You're gonna start to discover something that you enjoy doing in order to start to get the body to move, because if you're sitting there, that's stagnant energy. Example, if you're trying to manifest, it's very difficult to manifest when you're just sitting there with stagnant energy. But whereas, example, you do your meditation, but then you go out and you do some sort of exercise, you start to move, you're speeding up your metabolism, You're raising your vibrations as you're doing something that you enjoy. And it doesn't have to be a full-blown workout. Any type of movement is going to help. But it could be gardening, you know what I mean? Connecting with nature, going out. It doesn't matter, biking, going out for a walk in nature. And as you start to do this more and more, you're going to discover your gifts as far as how to truly heighten them up, how to truly protect yourself. And it's going to get easier and easier. And it's like right now, like I said, unless it's an energy vampire, a needy person, or also a narcissist, people don't take my energy anymore. And as far as those individuals, that specific group of individuals I just mentioned there, I have my way of dealing with them, but it's just not something that I enjoy to do. I don't enjoy mirroring them, but oftentimes if I'm stuck with a narcissist, an energy vampire, or a needy person, after a certain point, that's exactly what I do, is I mirror them back. I mirror exactly what they're reflecting onto me, back onto them. But it's just not something that I enjoy. I much rather use my energy in order to help other individuals who, for example, have their hands out. And you're gonna start to sense this out too. Do not help every single person on your journey. You have to be choosy. You have to choose it and just follow your intuition. Because I've done this as far as helping out loved ones that aren't ready. Well, what ends up happening? You are left completely depleted of all your energy. And as far as for myself, how am I able to benefit from your empathic ability and every other empath is by you maintaining high vibration, by you continuing to stay in that powerful, empathic, intuitive, vibrational frequency. Because that's what right now, as far as all empaths, not only empaths, light workers, everyone needs to maintain the highest vibrational frequency. If you need to, take a step back, take some time, rest, recuperate. Okay, it's not mandatory that you help every single person along your journey. You're going to sense this out as far as who you should be helping now, and really pay attention to not just what they're saying. Start to pay attention to what it is that you're feeling. What are you drawing out of them? And oftentimes you don't need to give them an answer. You don't have to solve their problem. It's just allowing them to open up to someone, to begin to release this, begin to purge this. That's going to allow them to begin to heal. And it's an ongoing process. Be gentle with yourself. Have compassion with yourself as you're compassionate with others. Be understanding and realize that right now, this major transformation that you're going through, you're doing much better than you think. You're going to see all this hard work that you're doing right now is going to begin to pay off. The hard days are over. Right now is the time, it's springtime. Start planting those seeds that you want to have come forth in the fall, because right now it is the most incredible time to be using the law of attraction to manifest, to be riding those high vibes in order to bring forth your manifestations. And what's incredible is all these manifestations are going to line you up more and more on your life path. They're going to line you up more and more as far as serving your highest purpose. And if you're remotely stressing out, get out in nature. This is what I love to do every day. Getting myself grounded out in nature, releasing that stress. I don't have any stress, but it's just relaxing. It feels as if it's a complete body massage. It's just completely relaxing for me. And you're gonna see it's gonna do the same thing for you. And as you release any stress, you're gonna get out of your head and you're really gonna begin to step into your heart. And that's when the answers are gonna come. Well, I love you guys. You guys have an awesome day. Namaste.